Greetings, Internet Sojourners, and welcome back to the MMocracy. We have a good stream planned tonight. We're going to head back into Dalnir. I just need to go do some chores real quick up in Cabalus. This would have been a good night to be in the giant fort. Look at this. There is nobody here. I would have killed to have this kind of a giant fort back whenever I was leveling here. It's kind of unfortunate, but I think I have a somewhat of an idea as to why. And my guess is WoW Classic Season of Discovery has just come out. And if you notice, I am here on Mr. Best Friend, and I am not playing WoW Classic Season of Discovery on launch day. And you might be thinking, why is that? And I don't know if I have a very good answer other than I'm just really invested in doing this. The challenge has been rewarding. And honestly, I'm just kind of wanting to finish it. And the other thing is, I have kind of stuck with a bit of a classic MMO theme for this stream. And I don't know, I mean, while Classic does have the name Classic in it, but I don't know if my viewers really want to watch that. But more importantly, I just don't know if I want to play. I think I would have more interest if it was just a straight reboot of WoW Classic. Like just period dot point blank. If it was just a reboot, and maybe that's why I'm playing a 24-year-old game right now. I'll keep my eye on Season of Discovery and see how it's going. Maybe I'll play some off stream over the weekend. I don't know. But when I was driving home from work, because I left work kind of late tonight, I was thinking to myself, what do I want to do? Like, I'm going to go home and play a video game. I don't really have anything else to do. Which one do I want to play? And I just don't know if I just wasn't feeling it. When I thought about playing EQ, I felt joy. When I thought about playing WoW, I did not feel joy. And honestly, the thought really didn't, like, as I sat down at my desk a minute ago, the thought didn't even cross my mind of like, should I try WoW? Should I do a little WoW Classic? Like it didn't even pop in my head versus I'm going, oh, I want to go back to Dalnir. I've got gear to farm on Mr. Best Friend. That's the thought that popped in my head. So hopefully, stream, you're ready for another night of Dalnir. I know I am. Hopefully, you're having a great Thursday. It's been very busy for me at work, but I'm keeping my head above water, and hopefully, you all are too. And there's no place I'd rather be than right here streaming for you. Oh, I fell in the water, but I have company. Crusader Rydak. He must have fallen in the water too. I think I am behind on uploads on my YouTube. I'll need to get in there and check that out. I'm going to try to give this bamboo bow stick away. There's a level 3 monk in here. They seem pretty excited. There you go, friend. That's let's see. I have oh, those are rod segments. I think I have two, but yeah, I have two bamboo bow sticks. Bow sticks. And those are not usable by any other class. That's actually not a bad weapon. An 820, it is a two-hander. I have so many like things in my bag that I don't know what to do with. I want to say these, I can get rid of the barracuda bones. I'm not going to use that. Meat, the spider silks. I think so. The cat pelts. That's kind of a mystery to me here. What cat pelts do I need for tailoring? So I'm bringing up the wiki here so you guys can see. There's a is it there's a weight reduction bag. This is the leveling guide. Here we go. Tailored large belt, which requires a low quality cat pelt. So that's something I could use. It's got a 10% weight reduction. It's a medium sized bag. That's something I could use just to carry. Oh, thanks for the resubscribe, Dak Dog. Appreciate that. Welcome back to the stream. I don't. Did that not show up on this scene? It showed up on my other scene. Strange. I'm gonna have to troubleshoot that. I do appreciate that though. That definitely should have shown up. Giggity. So I'm trying to figure out, well, what do I do with these cat skins? So it looks like I don't need any but the lowest of quality. It looks, oh, if I put a skinning knife in with a high quality, it will downgrade it to a medium, and then if I do it again, it'll downgrade it to a low. So I guess I can hang on to these. That was kind of the thing I was trying to determine. And I guess I'm going to give away this Sarnak emblazoned tabard. So I can get rid of that. The spell Beguile Undead, I can get rid of that as well. And let's see, I can. So this guy, he's like desperate for gear, I guess. Let's see, the bone leg plates, he can have those. What else? What are these? Crescent pants, I can't give those away, can I? Nope. I don't think I can even vendor those. The Pichaka, I could give that to a young monk, or I mean a young warrior. And then he wants the tabard. Wait. Wait. Gotta pump my stream while I can. There we go. Gotta pump them numbers up. Okay, so a lot of this stuff is like vendor. I wonder what the nickel key is worth. Or not worth. I wonder what it's for. Sorry. If I seem kind of addle-brained, it's because I spend all day thinking. Let's see what this key is for. So this key is clearly for something here and down there. It doesn't even say what it's for though. Here, oh, here's the item. It's for the shackle of steel. Well, I'm gonna give this to that monk as well. Where is he? Where'd he go? No, come back. There you go. Save yourself a trip into down there. It freaking sucks if you're a monk, so I probably have other stuff I can just hook this dude up. This is like one of the best parts about this game. You can just give away stuff and make people's day. I need all this stuff. I think the Pachaka is the only thing actually I can give away now. Words of Kazakh Thul. I've got so many words. I've got a ton of words of Kazakh Thul. I'm up to 7 of those. Words of Eventide. I need Eventide and I need discernment. If I got words of discernment on stream, you guys would see a big time like celebration. Because where's that warrior? I'll run out to feel a bone and try to give that away. 9 platinum per peridot. I'll take it. Fine steel two-hander. I'm almost. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna summon me like a beastly pet tonight, and I'm gonna go buy a torch out there in the field of bone, and I'm gonna give that torch to my pet, and then I'm gonna give that two-hander to my pet, and then I'm gonna wreck face in Dalnir, and hopefully get some tattered sleeves. And what else? What else drops in there that I need? Grave sandals off the Lumpy Goo, but I'm not doing the Lumpy Goo camp tonight. Whoops. You know, it's like your life, you should reevaluate it if you're actually excited to go into Dalnir. It's like I have like Stockholm syndrome. I also feel very much attuned to like Kunark at this point. Oh, I bought more Jaspers and I just realized that I really didn't need to buy those Jaspers because I'm getting a new steel skin later on down the road here. Oh, well, what are you going to do? 16 platinum. I'm only up to 2,600 here. Kunark is great for money and not so great for almost everything else. For like gear and experience, I think the old world has it beat. The monsters just have really high MR. It makes it kind of hard to level on like current level monsters, and then the zone experience modifiers are really rough. And you just end up in this situation where you're grinding on like lower level enemies that have a lot of health and don't give a lot of experience. Let's see. Let's see if anybody takes me up on the free stuff before I go. throw it in the bank. Does not appear to be the case. You'd figure one of these. Oh, look, it's Rick with 4Ks. Level 13. Okay, Waku's the level 10 monk is interested in the bamboo bow stick. For the Pachaka, it's really not the best. Looks like shamans can't use it, so it'd be like a warrior. I was gonna whisper this warrior here and see if he wants it, but honestly, I don't really feel like I don't really feel like waiting for them to come find me. So here's this Wakus. There you are, sir. Okay. Oh shoot, you know what I forgot? Which I have 8 gold on me. Oh, I can sell this spell. I forgot the fact that I was going to go buy some torches. And I don't really need to carry around like a ton of torches, but I can grab a couple. I have 1200 health with protection of the glades. That's insane. That buff is nuts. I think that gives you mana regen as well. I'm trying to remember if this guy has a torch or not. There we go. They're only 1 silver apiece. That's kind of funny. I'll just hang on to 2. I don't need a whole bunch of torches. They only weigh half a pound. I could probably grab another one, but that's okay. It's interesting. This game never did the like consumable fuel, consumable torches. Like most muds had like your torches burned out. And it was actually kind of a big deal in muds to find a magical light source. Because then you didn't have to carry around a stack of torches. Or a lantern and try to refill the lantern. I remember that, like your lantern would burn out and then you couldn't see what mobs were in the room with you, and it was like, oh shoot, what am I gonna do? Granted, most muds had the recall command. I want to say even no wait, I don't think warriors or like thieves could use recall. It really depended on the mud, but recall was kind of like gate, but it would take you back to like the center of the beginner town or whatever. I guess I'll give away these spells another time. I don't need this defiled drape of the brood. I don't trying to remember what is that for. Looks like a whole lot of nothing. Okay. Where did I put that? And the Pachaka, I'll give that away to somebody. Last thing I'm going to do in town here is I'm going to run over to Clock Sweetsy. She's my Mr. Best Friend's secret love interest. And we're going to buy some bottles of milk for 1 whole gold. And yeah, I can't really think of. I've got my Jaspers. I've got food. I've got water. My food's actually. I'm starting to actually kind of whittle away at my food. I turned off forage last night. Plenty of bone chips. My weight. Why am I still overweight? Is it the. I'm at 80 of 77. I suppose this is where it would be nice to have that weight reduction bag for like things like these. Because here's like 2, 4, 6 pounds. 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. I have 18 pounds in just bone chips and Jaspers. Okay, the rod segment 1 and 2. Those weigh 4 pounds apiece. And I don't know. I mean, this long iron rod, unless it like. It's a damage 9, delay 36 staff with no stats. It actually weighs 10 pounds, and it IDs as Rod of Kor Shah. Which is apparently some unused piece of Hakuna Arc lore. I mean, I don't know. Part of me wants to destroy it, and then part of me is like, no, don't get rid of it. It could have some sort of lore significance. You have to put it in the forge in Dalnir, and then it will reforge into the rod. But that's 8 pounds, so I'm getting rid of that. This is where all this weight's coming from. I've got the forge hammer weighs 15 pounds. So I don't plan to get I don't plan to get the dagger done tonight, so I can pretty much like put this in the bank. My bank is such a mess. Ugh, don't look at that stream. It's embarrassing. I promise I'll do better. And back to Dalnir we go. And it does take a few minutes to run there. And then when I get in there, I'll have to set up some pretty basic spawn timers. It's nothing crazy for the room that I'm going to. I may look and see if the lumpy goo is up. But I don't plan to camp the lumpy goo, not tonight. Tonight we're going after Coerced Revenants and shoot, what's the other guy? Spectral Crusaders. So Coerced Revenants drop the, I want to say it's Tattered Tomb Shroud is the name of the robe. And then the Spectral Crusaders drop the sleeves, the tattered sleeves. And I did get the tattered pants, tattered leg wrappings. I kind of like them. I don't like that they drop your charisma by 3 because I think charisma affects your screaming terror rolls, but I'm not sure actually. I'm gonna look that up. Okay, this is saying that you get the level matters more than your charisma. And it only checks if you resist. If you get a resist, and that determines if you get a resist or a critical resist. And what I don't know is what is a critical resist? Is that when they come running to you? I think that's what a critical resist is. Sorry, I'm quiet because I'm trying to figure this out. But yeah. Okay, yeah, thanks, Dak Dog. Yeah, it's looks like you get the critical resist, they come running straight to you versus, and I think part of the reason why I'm a little bit confused or wondering about it is because I don't think I've ever not gotten a critical resist on a Screaming Terror on Mr. Best Friend. I think it's always been a critical. Because that's right, I think on my Enchanter, if I can remember right, sometimes I lull things and it just goes resist, but it doesn't piss them off. But on Mr. Best Friend, every time I've tried to lull, it's been like a critical resist. And it's probably because I was trying to lull things that were too high level. I really feel like a lot of the tools that Necros get, they don't really truly get until later. Like, yes, you get an undead charm at 16. Good luck even putting that to any effective use. Like, the resist rates are just too high, the charm breaks too fast. But I've heard, like, level 50 plus, all of a sudden it becomes viable, which is kind of raises a question of balance to a degree. Like, why would you get this tool and then it not really be usable for so long? I'm all buffed up, so I'm going in. I've got 15 minutes on Invis. As long as it doesn't decide to drop early, we're good. Ooh, I see a new body. Who's been in my zone? Tatsuno. Oh, there's people down here. Belgaven. I know Belgaven from when I used to play on my Enchanter. That's cool. I want to say he gave me an Enchanter spell. Kind of curious where they're at. Get up there. Ow. Let's see. So there's the lumpy goo. Oh, there is a lumpy goo up. But there's also a Cly. I'm wondering, maybe I just camp around here and camp the lumpy goo for a little while because I don't have good shoes. And what's over here? It's a follower. So we should be able to just kind of run by the lumpy goo and then feign. And if he attacks, then we'll feign. Nope, looks good. Okay. We'll start out with some lumpy goo camping here. Then we'll kind of go from there. And you have to summon your pet away from this wall, or that pet will like warp through the wall and he'll get attacked by something, and then you're gonna find yourself with a big old train. And he is a blue pet, so that's a good sign. And Ghidorah is down in here. We saw the saga of Ghidorah the other night. Sorry, my coffee cup keeps bumping my mic. I do have a plan to buy a boom mic here soon. I'll have a nice, good quality desk mic, so I'm very excited to get that. And then my stream is pretty much set up. I'm a little bit surprised to see 3 players in here. Normally like it nice and quiet. Okay. So in order to kill the lumpy goo, we're going to first snag this guy, this follower. And I did not play EQ at all last night. I was so tired. I just came home. I went and got on my other laptop and started updating it. I have a laptop that I haven't used since 2020. So it's missing like 2 years of updates, and it runs like miserably slow. Let's see. I don't think the lumpy goo actually socials with the. Oh my gosh, why does it keep doing that? I don't think he socials, so we're not gonna worry about pulling two. And even if we do pull two, we'll just root one. So I'm pretty sure that lumpy goo is not gonna come with. Yeah. These guys are nice and easy, the followers. They're green. I can't believe I'm still getting experience in here. I'll take it, even if it's not much. I was gonna. Oh, wait. Oh, I thought I saw him getting attacked by something else. I was gonna drop a vampiric curse on him, but I just don't think it's needed. We will drop a a heal on the pet here, though. One thing I don't like about EQ is all the spell swapping. Oh, we can't see the Lumpy Goo from here, and there's a Cly Acolyte right there. I don't know if I want to just pull him. Kind of want him to go away. Or who he's buffing. Buffing that other Acolyte. It'd be really nice if I could pull him. Maybe if I just get close enough. There we go. You know, he does do a lot of damage. Want you in here. There we go. Yeah, how nice would it be to just have all your spells on your bar? Oh no. Root, 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 root. Don't go around the corner. Oof. Oh, I got the grave sandals. That's great. Awesome. That's 2 int and 10 mana. Another -5 on my charisma. But hey, I'll take the int and the mana. I just need to look and see. The Lumpy Goo drops the fighting batons as well. Monks love fighting batons. But that's... Oh, wait. The worm-eaten gloves. What do I have in my hand slot? Raw silk gloves. So that's another thing. So we can continue to camp the Lumpy Goo. I was about to just head on down to the 3rd floor. But, I don't want to do that just yet, because we have Lumpy Goos to farm. And I could have swore there was at least one other Lumpy Goo on this level. That does not appear to be the case. There's a coerced Ixar. I need to be kind of careful. I'm not... Oh, shoot. That's a lot of guys. So even though I had a max level pet, I don't want to, I don't want to tempt fate and try to help him out. I think that's just, too much. Bararab, you have done well for me, but, fortunately, I should just tell him to go away. There we go. That was a little dicey. Go on now. Coerced Ixar. Yep, there we go. Oh, that guy scared me. Just kind of proof that even these low-level guys are still a threat. And I definitely don't want to be fighting too many of them at once. This guy is a blue as well. And I'm going to do a quick bio just because it's a good time too. I've got some time before the Lumpy Goo spawns again, but I encourage everybody to stick around and I'll be right back. Okay. I'm back. Kind of a risky play leaving Collarbones up while I AFK, but we're fine. Yeah, we definitely want to pull. Don't want to pull those guys. That was a bit much. You have to watch out around that corner. We can use skeleton form to kind of peek around corners, though. Just acolytes, Pixars in here. There's a believer in there. I don't like believers. They're nasty. So perhaps we just kill off Collarbones and regen some health. We could potentially, as long as we don't get too close to over there. I maybe want to pull from that room into here and just kind of hold these spawns down. That could be an idea, but that's really close to all these other guys inside there. Will he even go through here? Yes, he will. Okay. We can hang out here. This corner is not explicitly safe, but it's not bad. Ooh, he didn't like that. Oh, we just park right here. The flip side to this spot is I can't see that pat. Actually, we're gonna go back in. Oop. Oh, hello. Oh no. There we go. Oh, he just pulled him away. Actually beating up on my pet pretty good, and they're healing. Oh no. Okay. We're gonna run back here. We're gonna feign. That was a bad idea. Hopefully we didn't just kill ourselves. If they come running in here, we're in trouble. Okay, it appears we're fine. We just need to get some mana back. Okay, that is not the spot to camp in. Well, we're only on our third pet for the night. So we have some med time here. Dak Dog, hopefully you had a good week at work. You got one more day left, right? I don't know if you have weekends off or not. I'm gonna be working on Saturday. It's like kind of a work day, kind of not. Yeah, we'll just camp in here and pull to this spot. This is the safest. Just tomorrow left. That's good. Yeah, two acolytes out there. That's no good because they just kept healing each other. I didn't have a lot of mana, and then a third one spawned on me. We'll get it. We'll get the kinks worked out, and we'll be farming Lumpy goos. Those worm-eaten gloves will be good to have. Even if it is just 3 more ints, it's like really nice having actual mana gear. There was a point there where I didn't have any mana gear, And it makes a big difference, especially as you level up. Oh no, we got two again. Ah. Okay, let's see if we can get this guy down. We need a nuke. He's nuking the crap out of my pet. Don't let him heal. There we go. We got this guy rooted. Oh yeah, he's taking heals from outside the room. That's never fun. We'll just do the old root and wait. I'll throw some dots on him here in a minute, and then once the pet gets a little bit better health, we'll go after him. The root rotting is such a funny like mechanic in this game. Like this guy is just sitting here seething with rage, wanting to kill me. Pretty sure you don't see that on any other game. Yeah, these guys actually hit really hard. I'm glad I gave my pet some time to regen. There's another lumpy goo up. We got lucky. What's out there? It's a Claw Evoker. Oh, I was going to say, we want some mana. See if we can line of sight him. Nope. It's better than the Invokers. Those are nasty. Oh, they're going to start trying to heal him. Okay, we'll wait over here. You don't even want to look over that way. If you even poke your head out and start looking at them, they're like, "What do you want, bro? You're not gonna try to kill my goo buddy, are you?" I've seen Belgaven in here before. I'm not sure what he's in here after. Oh shoot. I thought that acolyte was gonna come after me. I think that's about the only thing I don't like here is that I've got to body pull that guy because you can't physically see him due to his small hitbox and him being so low to the ground. I'm not brave enough to send my pet in there to pull because I feel like he'll pull that entire room behind it. I don't know how that Lumpy Goo parries an attack. That's interesting. Another two-handed practice sword drop, but I've already got one. That's an interesting weapon because it procs a damage shield. I don't think it's a very high level damage shield, but it's still kind of interesting. If I pull that acolyte, will he bring the entire room behind him? Ooh. If I grab this goblin, will he bring the other guy with him? Oh, he did. Let's try to bring him down. Oh. Good old Dalnir. It's like you're never going to get a single pull. I should have probably ST'd and feigned, but we weren't really in any real danger there. Just pulling stuff just to pull it. Words of Dimension. I would love to get Words of Discernment. Words of Discernment I need for the Serpent Sight, or Shadow Sight, rather. Ultravision spell. Have yet to see those words drop. Those words thus far have eluded me. What else can we do? We can do Steel Skin while we wait. So I need 2 more pieces of gear out of here. 3 if I count the robe that's like really hard to get. And then I can also go back out to Uwamp because I messed up and left Uwamp too early. I didn't know that the uh, face item was a face item. I thought it was a head item. But altogether, that's like a sweet, 20, probably close to 30 int that I've gotten over the last 2 weeks or so, if I can get the next couple items. If you've been following the challenge since I started, I used to complain that there was like no gear out there to get. And it really seemed like about level 39, level 38 or so, that's when I started finally getting to a level where I could go find some gear. And that's part of the reason why I'm playing this and not playing WoW Classic Season of Discovery as well. I'm just too invested in this at this point to give up. I really want to go all the way. I've talked about it before on stream. I really don't like when I'm watching YouTube series or YouTube Let's Plays when they don't finish the game. And I don't want to be one of those guys that doesn't finish his YouTube series. Even though there's only a handful of people that are watching it. Those handful of people support me, they watch my content, and I will support them by continuing to do this. Agreed. Yeah, it's like frustrating when you go to find a good Let's Play or whatever, and then I always look now before I start watching it. Let's see what's in there. Ixart Prisoner. First 20 levels of a chamois, then it stops. Yeah, plus like people get kind of invested, in the story, and like Mr. Best Friend, he's got a pretty good story. He's Kunark only. He's not just doing the standard like highway through the levels. There's been a lot of like trips into dungeons like Dalnir and Kesora and Kerns. I've done some grinding off stream. I think I grinded from pretty much the entire like double XP weekend. I just grinded off stream. It would have been pretty boring to watch though, so I'm okay with that. And I don't think, people that watch this are like gonna be mad if I jump ahead a few levels. I am mad you jumped ahead. The immersion was ruined. Trust me when I say, Skyless Raven, you didn't really miss a whole lot. Because there was one level I did at the Giant Fort, and I've streamed the Giant Fort probably more hours than anything else. And I did a few levels at the Frontier Mountain Giant Fort, and that was pretty much the same thing, just in a different place. Then again, you could make the argument that all of this is pretty much the same thing. Only missed the best level? What do you think, what's the best level? Should we try to, ooh, I don't know if I want to Screaming Terror pull them. Oh, I get what you're saying, just messing around. There's been a few things that I, like, research. I can't remember, there was one thing I researched where I was like, I should have done that on stream because that was like a big milestone. I think it was my level 34 pet and Call of Bones I got in one research right at level 34. That was a pretty big deal. That might have been on stream though. This place is still like, even at level 40, is still kind of scary. Let's see some spawns. We should be coming up on the spawn. Show me a lumpy goo. I don't like this acolyte here. I feel like he's gonna pull everything in that whole area if I pull right now. It's a nibbler. It even makes a squishy noise. That's so, like, weird. I think it was Neutral Rockets was saying, like, imagine the person who proposed this enemy design. Yeah, there's that squishy noise. That's so weird. Hopefully you're having a good night too, Skyless Raven. Oh, the words of discernment. Oh my gosh, I got him. That's so great. It's an awful night, I'm sorry. Good night for me, because I got the words of discernment. Hopefully watching my stream will make your night better. Now I can finally research the, I expected a bigger celebration. Oh yeah, I think I did actually pump it up. Okay, we're gonna properly celebrate this. Let me figure out how to set this up. Mom, get the camera. You're gonna watch me do it live. Oh, it's all the way in front. Uh-oh, I'm getting hit. Ah, oh my gosh. There we go. We'll put a laser light show behind me. And then now we just need techno music. And we'll try not to die to this Cly evoker as we're doing it. There we go. Now you're gonna get the oh wait, it went away. Celebration! We can see in the dark on a 24-year-old video game, guys. Oh, there's another lumpy goo. Get him. Come on, lumpy goo. We're grinding. Of course, the music won't be on the VOD later. Sorry, VOD watchers. I can't get copyright strikes. Let's see what the lumpy goo has. 1, 2, 3. Ah, it's another practice sword. Boo. I should get like LED lights for my room, and I can actually hook the LED lights to like a stream deck and then like hit a thing and it'll like dim the lights and make it all go crazy. Big goals. I think I need a mic first. I'm so ready to have like a decent mic for you guys. I would much rather have a decent mic than LED lights in a stream deck. Yep. I go to raves just so I can stream video games that are older than the people making the music. Goat. I wonder if I could make a like I could make it look like I'm at a party or something. I set this up while I was killing a Cly Evoker. I should get an award for that. I actually kind of like this music. Ah, there's both of them in there. We try to ST pull these. Words of discernment. Neutral Rockets always says I'm the expert of Dalnir now. I don't know if I quite agree with him, but get on him, and then we feign. And then I watch for Screaming Terror to drop. Kill the Overseer. I got this. I'm gonna kill the Overseer while I'm like scratching records. I think it'd be cool to make like a show like this. There's so much that goes into making something like this. That's so cool looking. I can't believe it took me 40 levels to figure out how to pull with Screaming Terror. And it was born out of pure necessity. Like, I was like, I need to get in that room. How do I get in that room? Because I was trying like all kinds of different ways to split the mobs in there. Let's see. Nothing spawned yet. I'm not going to push too far out. Even though I've got a lot of mana. I think it's a bad idea to push too far out. Let's see. Should I move over to the middle? Uh, I thought the beat was gonna jump in. No, that's pretty great, getting the words of discernment, and then I got grave sandals tonight, so like that's what, 2 pieces of gear. What's up, Nibbler? Or not 2 pieces of gear, but 1 piece and a spell. I actually like this zone now. Most people that come here, they're like, this is a terrible zone. I never want to come here again. Why would they do this? I'm over here like, yeah, it's pretty great. When people run into me down here, they're like, what are you doing down here? I'm like, I don't know, man, but it's awesome. Me and the overseer are actually pretty good friends. We bro it up on the weekends. Go say hi to him. Nah, I mean we're like pretty good friends, but like he's pretty busy right now, man. He's an overseer. He's got a lot on his plate. Have you seen this place? There's like 3 levels he's got to manage, and all the people all the way up on top, they don't really listen very well because they're under some sort of mind control type thing, which you think would make them listen better, but it actually makes them kind of stupid. But just trust me, we're pretty good friends. Maybe I'll post a picture on my Instagram or something with him. Actually, the stream I was on the other night on Tuesday, this monk Ghidorah, she was asking me for directions around here, and I was like trying to tell her like about the dungeon, but I was like, do not go to the 3rd floor. If you go to the 3rd floor, you're gonna get stuck. And she was like, shoot, I'm on the 3rd floor, and I was like, oh no. Luckily, she has a level 60 druid that she brought down here, and she just root rotted the overseer. Ooh, that guy swore. And also on that stream, you missed it. I was trying to do the church, or I was trying to figure out how to do the church. The church is not feasible right now to get that second piece of the dagger. So I've got 1 piece of the dagger, and I've got the hammer. The second piece in the church, I'm like, I'm gonna come back at 44, because at 44 I'll have a higher level like shield steel skin. Oh shoot. I want to pull him, but I don't want him to pull his buddy. We'll watch for his buddy to leave. There he goes. Ah, I'm stuck in the door. Ah, I'm spitting. Ah! Get all the way back in here. There we go. Have him teach me his AoE, I wish. That'd be a good spell to have. I was actually doing the mana calculations to see if I could AoE the church. Not enough mana. Fine steel short sword. Let's see. We just need the lumpy goo. Give me the lumpy goo. Okay. We have celebrated long enough. This music's really loud. I don't like to stream with music. I think it actually deters people from staying. I think people, if they want to listen to music, they'll put on their own music. Let's re-augment our pet. Augment Death has such a long recast timer. I had a run last night. I did 3 miles, and I'm starting to get it back, boys. Starting to truck along at a pretty good distance, or a pretty good speed. I mean, I'm not really worried about the distance. I like to run 3 miles, no more. Smoldering goo. Boo on you, smoldering goo. You're not the goo I want. Yeah, I started out like at just a regular 10-minute mile pace just to warm up, but about a half mile in, I was like, man, I'm feeling good, and I started kicking it in. And I like to finish faster than I start. So once my pace kicks in, I can get to moving. And I was down to about a 7-minute mile pace by the end, which is not bad for a person my age. Season of Discovery is now live. I wish them the best. I just wanna I just wanna keep pushing through. Level 40 is a respectable level, but we want to finish. Plus, this is the point where the game like really starts getting good. Got a full mana bar and I'm getting bored. That's not good. I'll start doing dumb stuff. No, I'm pretty glad I started this challenge. I think it's been a overall like a pretty positive experience. Obviously, I'm still doing it. I'm still sticking to it. So there's definitely been points where I'm like, why am I doing this? And it's actually got me thinking like, what should I do when I'm done? I'll probably have a stream where I just like pull up moments that are like seminal moments or funny moments. Where did you come from? I'm thinking I'm due for another recap video here soon. Because we've done a lot since the last recap video. There was Sarnak Fort, Warslicks Giants, FM Giants, the Great Uwamp, Dalnir several times. See, I think that was the hallway pad. I don't think that was the actual spawn right here. And even though I want to think about different challenges or different things to do after this, I still have a long way to go in this one. I think once I'm through 40, like 41 to 44 or 45 is going to go pretty fast, and then 45 is going to be like a gut check. And then a big thing to do is at level 49, try to get that max level or the highest level pet. I think that's the highest level pet I can research. Let me look. We'll come here on the wiki down to 49 is Invoke Death. I want to say I already have one of these words already. There might be another pet. Oh, there is. Minion of Shadows, level 40 to 44 Rogue. Where do you find this? Just where to obtain it doesn't say anything. What the heck? Where do you get him? You can get it from a quest? Like a low-level quest? We'll look at that in a second. I got another mob to kill here. Ah. Get back here. These guys don't have like any health. Oh, this looks like it's going to be a grind. Okay, so I've got it up on the wiki here. He can give you any of these 4 spells. So this is going to be one of those RNG things to try to get a level 53 pet. And you give him one of these spells, and then he gives you... And they just drop from any level 50 mob. So like you get your hands on one of those, and then you trade them in with this guy for different spells. But I feel like there's one more pet. Servant of Bones, level 41 to 43 monk. Nice. This is just a drop. Oh, and then you can get a Spectre. That's also just a drop. And then you don't get a pet at level 60. And there's a focus item that drops from Inaruk. You guys think I can solo Inaruk? I don't think that's in the cards, so I won't be getting the focus item. Oh no, my protection of the glades is dropping. Boo. That's a really nice buff. We'll be fine without it. These guys aren't that hard. So basically after 40, I mean the whole time you're at the mercy of drops, right? It's just dropping words that you research, but then after 49 research goes away and it's just they just straight up drop the spells, which is an interesting change. It's like they knew research was miserable and just went without it. Get him off me, pet. I think these guys are necromancers. Like if I'd have left him to sit, he would have eventually would have summoned a pet. What's this? Coercion implant. We'll look that up on the wiki as soon as we kill the goo. Yeah, once I get the microphone, then the only thing I have left to really spend money on in the immediate future is a couple lights, which won't be expensive. And then after that, I'll be just saving money for a new gaming PC. It's all about those incremental gains. I didn't want to go bankrupt trying to fund my hobby here. I did drop like I don't want to say, but to get the rooms set up, which needed to be done anyway, because even if I wasn't streaming, this room was not usable in its state when I moved in here. It was just way too hot in here because the back door had no tint on it, and it's like a back sliding glass door, and the sun would just heat this room up so bad. So I bought some window tint, put that on there, and then I bought a big old swamp cooler for the summer. Now that it's wintertime, I don't have to worry about it as much, but come next summer, we'll see how well it does. There's no central AC in this room. Boo, gyrating goo. Why is that acolyte looking at me? So we rolled like 3 lumpy goos in a row, and then we got kind of unlucky. Let's see what's over here. Yeah, there's... Oh, it's a goose, so we can just pull him. Unless there's two goose over there, then we'll get two, but I don't think that's very likely. Ooh, it's a believer. Gotta have nuke on my bar for him. Ah. These guys are nasty. He's actually blue. Just try to nuke him down. Yeah, look at that. He heals like 25% of his life in one go. We didn't want to leave him up anyway, because he would stand all the way over there and he would heal any Cly that I fight over here. Just part of the reason why this area is so hard is because if you have too many believers up around here, you'll end up fighting mobs over and over. Fight the same mob 3 times because his buddies are healing him constantly. And Ghidorah has left. We are now solo and Dalnir yet again. Just the way I like it. Nobody else to bother me as I hide in my hermit hole. So somebody on my stream told me they soloed the church at level 32, and I'm like still trying to remember who that was so I can ask them how they did it. Because there's like, I think 8 mobs in there. And 5 of them are all going to come at you at once. So unless I'm missing something, I don't know how that's possible. If I had the Overseer's AoE, then I could do it. These nasty Cly. I don't like their screeches. This area has a very high density of caster mobs too, so I feel like whoever designed it was not in their right mind. They were like, man, we're gonna make a dungeon that's only got one way out, and you gotta drop down. So if you're melee, you can't get out unless someone comes and gets you. Or you have to get by a mob who does a 700 damage AoE and stuns you for 20 seconds on a 12-second cooldown. Whoever discovered that for the first time was probably really frustrated. Because imagine you get stunned by this guy, and you're just watching yourself get destroyed. And he just keeps re-stunning you and re-stunning you, and you can't get out. Like, he stun locks you. And the funny thing is, he doesn't even drop anything good. Oh, goo. These guys make a funny noise too. When I had to fight my way into the imprecator room, the night I finally got the dagger piece, when I went to bed, I was like physically tired from how like difficult and stressful that was. Because you're managing like 4 or 5 spawn timers, and they're 12-minute timers. And the pet pathing is kind of weird back there, so you actually have to walk. You have to dismiss your pet out here, go back in there, and summon a new pet, or else your pet's gonna like wander around too far, and he's gonna pull like the entire room. Like this entire room over here, he pulled like 2, 3 times before I figured out I just need to not bring my pet through that door. And then once you get the camp, you can still get. Once you get the camp and you get it broken, oh, what the heck? Let's see. Wait, we need to root him. Come back. Start hitting the believer. Shoot. This one's tough. These are 2 caster mobs. We can try just like straight nuking him down, but I don't know if we're gonna get him because that acolyte's gonna heal him. Yep. I don't even want to. Nope. We need to feign. Sorry, Garab. 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 You paid the price for my lack of discretion. Yeah, yeah, that's. I didn't want to keep trying to nuke and then end up not having the mana to feign if I needed to. Yeah, the healing mobs in here are what makes it so challenging. And I can't even sit up yet because I still have a 40-second dot on one of those guys. So if I stand up, as soon as the dot ticks, he's going to run back to me and he's going to pull everything with him. And then I'm really going to be in trouble. If that wasn't 2 healer mobs, it probably would have been doable. But you get 2 healers, they're just good luck. Thank God for Enpars. I would have forgotten that that spell was on him, and I would have stood up, and then, yeah. Now we need a new pet. Oh, Nima's in. That's the level 60 druid that killed the overseer. Long med time here. How easy would life be if I could mez? I guess I could. You know what? I'm not thinking this all the way through. Although if I use Screaming Terror, what happens while they're... Are they just like locked down for that duration? I need to do some experimenting. Maybe I could have done a ST on him and then they don't run away. I wonder if I could use ST for interrupts too. This is how you level up. This is how you get better because you just start asking these questions. Let's see, did we spawn a Lumpy goo? Got a Nibbler and a Smoldering goo. Bummer. I just think it's amazing. I'm still getting experience in here. I'm not getting a like a crazy amount, but it's still doing things. We need a new steel skin. Yeah, I'm gonna do some experimenting here with Screaming Terror and see if that can work as like a short duration mez. ST prevents them from moving. So as long as they're not getting hit, I'm assuming, then I can use it to like lock an enemy down. So that means if I get two mobs, like on accident, I only want to dot one mob, and then I can ST the other one. If it's like a healer, then I can keep that one ST'd and kill the other one. Yeah, that might work. And that makes me wonder, like, what other spells am I not using enough or not making good use of? Dang, someone just let off fireworks outside. What are they doing? What is Shadow Vortex? I feel like I got that forever ago. Steals the armor class of enemies and gives it to me. I don't know if that's... I don't know if that's something I'm really going to get a lot of use out of. So something we're about to learn is, are nibblers and goos on the same aggro table? We'll try Screaming Terror as a CC. Even though it would make more sense to just root them because they're not caster mobs, but I'm going to just do it to see if it works. Just need a little bit more mana here. Ooh, they are on the same. I freaked out and I rooted. We could almost like ST and try to Membler him. Of course, he's going to be rooted. I don't think he's going to forget about me because he's going to be like, wait a minute, who rooted me? It was you. No, don't sit. Don't sit. Come back. We're going to root rat this guy down so we can split their spawns up a little bit better. Oh, shoot. There we go. I think I read somewhere that enemies that are rooted take less dot damage. Which almost suggests to me like they were trying to prevent root rotting from being a tactic. I don't know, I'm not really sure why they would do that. It's like they had it out for druids or something. Like SOE or Varen or whatever was like, no, they're not going to be good at anything. Oh, Acolyte. They're good for porting and buffs. They're like, we want people to multi-box this class and nothing else. It's kind of interesting. I played Asheron's Call a little bit on the AC Emu servers. And they have characters on there that are entirely for buffing. Like, people have made literal buff bots that just, somebody parks a character in a newbie zone and you just walk up to it and like say hi to it and it just starts buffing you. He's just gonna keep healing himself. Oh my gosh. Am I really gonna have to nuke this guy at 0% just to get him down? Yeah, I just hit 50% to the next level. And I think I was at 43 or 44 when I started. Granted, that was like 2 hours ago, but I'm not here to get experience, so it's nice that I'm getting some experience. I gotta see where Rick is. Where is Rick getting experience? Hopefully Kearns. Yeah, Kearns. Nice. Such a chill place to group. It's just a huge tower of skeletons, as long as you don't kill any badgers. Although I'd say it's not chill to group if you're trying to keep your badger rep. Because you're going to get in a group and somebody's going to kill a badger and you're going to be like, oh man, why'd you do that? Now the badgers hate me. And I'm like, that is so nice. When I was doing Frontier Mountains Giants, I never had to worry about the badgers that pathed near the fort. Like, they'd walk right up on me and I'd just be like, what's up, badger? Actually, we're gonna we're gonna ST pull. These guys around the corner. We're gonna try that. This guy. Here's an evoker. Three levels from FD. Nice. Yeah, that's a huge level for what is he doing? He's like he's getting his butt kicked. Pull him back. Pull him back. Kill the pet. Oh my gosh. Please tell me I'm not about to lose a fight to these guys. Because my pet is about to go down. Get back. We need to get some sort of heal on our pet here. There we go. Oh my gosh. Get back. Kill the pet. That's what's going on. He's got 3%. Get back. No. I can't believe that. How did I lose a fight to like a green Shadow Knight? I'm coming back for you guys. Yeah, it's always huge when you get FD, but then you gotta sit there in town or wherever and practice it for like an hour before it's even somewhat usable. And then later on, don't you get the intimidation or whatever? And I used to have that like hotkeyed to a movement key just to practice it. And I would never take it off my bar while I was fighting things. And once in like a blue moon, it would proc and cause the enemy to fear and get me killed. Because I can't remember if you have to practice that against a mob or if you can just run around and. But it's funny because as you're running around, if you have it bound to a movement key, your character's like doing this all the time and like swinging his arms. Yeah, don't trust FD until you've leveled it. And I think even at level what 17 when you get it, it's still not extremely usable. I don't think it starts getting reliable till like your 20s, but I could be wrong. And then mend is the same thing. Like you got to sit there and practice mend so much. Because whenever you need it, if you hit it, like you can kill yourself with your own mend because it'll like critically fail, which is such a messed up like mechanic. I'm a little bit peeved that I died to that, or not died, but had to like feign that guy. That's like silliness. For some reason, I couldn't keep my pet from killing him. Maybe I should have had him try to kill the guy and not the pet. That's the mistake I made there. Try to get corner peeked here, but not where I can get attacked by the guy around the corner. I know what was happening is I had my pet fighting his pet, but then he kept casting on me, or not on me, but on my pet. So my pet kept going back to fight the original Shadow Knight dude, and it was splitting his damage between the pet and the Shadow Knight. And I should have just left him on the Shadow Knight. I never claimed to be an expert at this. Goodness. Something's healing him too. I kind of want him to back up. Oh shoot, no, go over there. He's doing an AoE. This freaking place. Let's see if we can kind of try to peek that corner. I don't want to be over here too far. Ooh, I smell something. I think my girlfriend's cooking some food. Like 9:30 she's cooking food. Yeah, lucky is right. I don't know, I'm like too scared to even sit there because I have no mana or not enough mana to fight like a believer. If a believer came up here right now, it'd be a tough fight. She said something about making tacos earlier, so maybe she got some inspiration. She didn't really feel like making them, and I told her I wasn't gonna eat because I was gonna stream. I'm actually trying to cut a little bit of weight so I can move a little bit faster. Not a lot of weight, like 5 pounds. Really doesn't take me very long to do that. Which is good because being hungry is not fun. Ah, it's a gyrating goo. Man, we got so lucky with lumpy goos, it almost made it seem like they were not that rare of a mob. Now I'm starting to think maybe we were just really lucky. I don't think if I give this two-hander to my pet, it's actually going to make him hit any harder. Ooh, the level 44 pet, though, has got a freaking life tap. How nice is that going to be? Hopefully it's good. What's this? Something just spawned over here. I actually need to pull him back before he gets a pather and we're in trouble. Ooh, golden pendant. That's worth 14. Nice. You do make a little bit of money in here. I'm gonna give this sword to him just 'cause why not? Oh, wait. Wait. Don't give him the sword first. Give him the torch first. It's only worth like 6 plat, and it's just taking up weight in my inventory. We're gonna go for round 2 against that Shadow Knight. He's going down. We just need mana. We're gonna try to just nuke him straight down. I'd like to get at least one more lumpy goo tonight before I kill the stream. Just to try to get a shot at that set of gloves. Each individual piece is not a big effect, but when you add all those pieces together, you do notice your mana pool is a lot better. So, Rick, are you giving up on uh your shaman? You can go raid now. You can be a hardcore EQ raider. Just a tiny bit bored. Yeah, like that's kind of why I like varying what I do on this guy so I don't get too bored, but I'm kind of I don't want to say obsessive, but I'm starting to really want to like push through. I don't know what the higher levels are going to look like for me though. We were kind of doing that on stream the other night looking at like where to go to level. It's going to be a lot of indoor zones and it's probably going to be a lot of just like straight camps. All right, let's try this again. Okay, we're feigned. What is he on? Is he on the pet? Did ST drop? Did I miss it? There we go. ST dropped. Okay. I'm like really close to that edge. Can we try STing the pet? That way he's not taking as much damage. Okay, we got him down. Pet's in rough shape, but the dude is dead. I feel like that pet is like more resilient than he was. That's weird. I got experience for killing the pet. I didn't know you got experience for killing pets. That was way too much effort for a green mob. I don't know what playing a shaman in a raid is like though. Are you just the ultimate buff bot where you're just stuck watching 50 timers and having people scream at you because their haste is dropped? I don't know. I don't think it sounds very fun. Then again, my limited experience with oh yeah, you do have debuffs. That's right. I forgot about that. My limited experience with EQ rating is like it wasn't fun to begin with, so I guess the cool thing is you get loot. I've heard Necros all you do is put twitch on clerics and try to regen health so you can keep twitching clerics. Well, that doesn't sound like super appealing to me. Not the most fun, but not too much pressure, that's true. So yeah, probably same with the Necro. Like you're just probably life tapping mobs to get health back, and then, or maybe not even that. You might just be sitting and regenning, and then giving your mana to the clerics. I'm sure there's like a lot more to it though. You have to probably prioritize, unless they just give one necro to one cleric and be like, here's your second mana bar, sir. Have fun. Like I get what they were going for in the raids, and they definitely did a good job of making like a diverse class identity for each one. But I also think the game was more focused on the journey definitely at that time, to where they gave classes abilities based off how they would perform while they were leveling and not necessarily what they would do in a raid. That's just my thoughts. I don't know if that's true or verifiable, but of course he's gonna spawn right as Oh wait, get back, get back. Don't fight out there, it's dangerous. No, no, keep coming back. Let's see if we can position the camera just right. I think it's safe to sit here. I hear stuff running around behind me. We'll see. I feel like Monk would probably be fun in a raid because you do so much damage and you have some pulling. I always like pulling. I really liked pulling on my Hunter in WoW Classic, doing like Naxxramas. Encourage was not as much fun because of the trash there just kind of sucks. The damage has been a lot of fun. Yeah, monks are fun to level because you just watch like the chat log or whatever, the combat log, and it just like you'll just see 6 numbers go up all at once. And they're all like total bangers. Like it's really cool when like dual wield and double attack, triple attack all proc on one attack. And you just see this wall of damage go out. That part is really cool. Right there. I'm actually a little worried about sitting right here, but you get double attack next level. Nice. Ah, it's a gyrating goo. We must have just got really lucky on the lumpy goos. Yeah, his max hit didn't go up at all. He's still hitting for 39. There was no point in giving him that weapon. But that is good for me to know because that was a damage 12 weapon. So now I know that he needs at least higher than a damage 12. think that's an AoE. It might hit me. Oh, he interrupted it. Nice. Yeah, when I made my EQ beginner class video, I was pretty quick to point out that like if you want to play a melee, your best bet is to play a monk. Because they can do things without a whole lot of gear, so it's a little bit more like doable for a brand new player if you do want to melee versus trying to be a warrior or a paladin. The reality is with the economies on these servers the way they are now though, like even if you were a low level paladin and you didn't have a main to bankroll you, there's like good gear out there that only costs like 50 plat or 100 plat because the servers are just so over farmed now. So all you'd have to do is hit like level 15, go farm greater lightstones for a couple hours, and then you could go buy. I feel like even 200, 300 plat might be able to get you started. And monks benefit from gear too, but it's not as hard of a requirement as it is with other characters that are melee. I feel like warriors like don't even think about it. Like roll warrior is your first character if you just hate yourself. Shadow Knight's actually pretty good with even with just mediocre gear. And if you go like Ixar, you can do the Dread Scale quests. You might have to get a little bit of help for some of them, but I'll never forget when I was doing Shadow Knight, somebody got on their higher level character and helped me do all the Dread Scale. Because it's really not hard. Like the Dread Scale drop items or the drop rate for the items is like pretty good. And we did the whole thing in like one afternoon, and it was pretty cool. And you got yourself a good set of like starter gear. I was hoping for one more lumpy goo tonight, but it doesn't seem like that's gonna happen. I'm gonna go for one more spawn and then I'm gonna have to call it because these tacos smell so good. And she makes potatoes with the tacos. Hopefully she put potatoes in them. That's like it makes it so good. Can always get another crack at it tomorrow. Rub it in, yeah. The benefits of dating a Mexican girl. I guess I'll park right here. Still try to get a little bit of experience here once, just killing these, what, 5 or 6 spawns. And right on cue. It's crazy to me how much damage these guys do for low level enemies. And Dak Dog, I don't know if you were in here. I actually had the Sarnak ceremonial dagger drop. And because I already have one, uh, you can't get another one. So I spent 200 plat on one. And, like, basically, I'm not going to say wasted it, but I got one the other night when I was in the imprecator room. The imprecators drop a robe as well. It's just a matter of, like, getting into the room to kill them. I think the third floor imprecator is the best one to do, because there's only 2 spawns in that room. I wasn't here for the drop, but I did hear about the oof. Was that which oof was it? The oof of me not being able to pick it up. Yeah, kind of a bummer, but it's 200 plat. And I did the calculation on my research, and I think I'm going to have to drop about 2,500 plat on research. But I've got 2,500 plat, so I'm actually not super worried about it. Stinks I got to spend that instead of putting it onto like a Twink Monk or some lower level character. But it is what it is. I'm not going to abandon the challenge. Still saving for the Fungi Tunic, 45k to go. You go, man. I mean, shoot, after the challenge, I could sell this Bracer of the Hidden for 7k, so that right there is not bad. Kind of want to pull some more stuff, but I don't want to get too aggressive and end up... Because, like, here, I don't know if there's 3 mobs, so if I ST here, am I going to end up with 3? I can safely say, like, I will never go back in this imprecator room around this corner ever again. I have zero ambition to do that. If I want to camp the imprecator, I'll do it down on the 3rd floor where I just have to manage 2. And if you get back there and there's too many believers around, I actually got kicked out of that room and almost died because there was too many believers around the room. They weren't even in the room. But as I'm fighting things, these believers are freaking healing things, and I've got a 12-minute spawn timer, 4 spawns to manage in there. So it was already tight, and then I got this believer outside just being like, yeah, man, I'm just going to heal these guys. I'm not going to get involved. He's like a conscientious objector or something. So then I was finally fed up with it. I had enough mana, or so I thought. It was going to be tight. And I was like, okay, now's my chance. I'm going to go out and kill that believer so I don't have to deal with him anymore. And I didn't have the mana to kill him because he was getting healed by other believers. That was like, I think that was Sunday, and I don't know if I'm gonna post the video of that stream because I think actually I think I did post it on my YouTube, but it was so frustrating. And then the next video I made was like I made this intro where I was like, I don't know what to do, guys, and I acted like I was gonna quit, and then I was like, but we're going back. And I put some Skyrim, like the Skyrim intro music to try to make it all inspirational, but because I did it live on stream, I forgot it doesn't put my music in the recordings. So it seems kind of weird because like there would be this inspirational music going on, but instead it's just me talking. And spawn. And spawn. Spawn. Now. Spawn now. Oh, I need to kill her. She's gonna harm touch. I need to like get my pet on her. Oh, she's not a Shadow Knight, she's a cleric. We got a nuker. Luckily they don't put out a lot of damage. There we go. We should be able to see him from there. Maybe I'll just go camp the fungi tunic on Mr. Best Friend. Oh, we got a lumpy goo. Crappy thing is, I gotta get out here and try to pull him now. There we go. Wait there, pet. Wait there, pet. Now. Get him. Do it and then share with you. Yeah, I don't even know if I can wear it. I'm not sure. Is that a race all, class all, or is it a like a only certain classes? I'll look it up here in a minute. Hopefully I get the gloves here. Fingers crossed, and then we can move on to the next spot tomorrow night. I feel like I'm not gonna leave here till I get the gear I need, and then I'll probably go to I gotta go do Uwamp and get the face. And then after that I can go out to Kesora. 1, 2, 3. Gloves, gloves, gloves. Ah, another grave sandal. Boo. Okay. Well, this is a good time for me to call it, so I want to thank y'all for watching. Dak Dog, thanks for being here all night. And for my YouTube video watchers, thank you for watching. And just want to say I really appreciate your viewership. You have all kinds of different entertainment mediums to watch, and you chose to watch me, and that is very humbling, and I'm very grateful for you. So this is the MMocracy, and I want to encourage you all to stay classic. Have a good night.